Hello there everyone and welcome to a brand new video here on the channel. Today I will go over a little bit what I think will be happening to Lord Vader's OG squad because as you all may know, I made a video about it and a lot of other content creators have made videos about it. Lord Vader is getting a completely new squad, but the question is what will happen with his OG squad that we have with him currently in game. So let's just get into the speculation, guys. So without really knowing how the new Lord Vader team will perform, I do believe that this opens up so many new and fun opportunities for these characters that have been reserved for Lord Vader for such a long time. And as you can see on the screen, the characters you mainly see with Lord Vader is either it's going to be Maul, it's Thrawn, Royal Guard, Piett, and Darth Vader. And letting these characters go to separate teams is actually, it's something I'm looking forward to see and how CG has planned this, but here is a few possibilities that I think will be happening. Like some of these are very no-brainers, so not like stupid stuff, but very obvious stuff that these characters will go to these teams. So let's just get into the speculations. And with this team, guys, this is what I call no-brain. It's 100% the Maul is going to be the leader for the Mauldalorians. This is a team that's been in game for quite some time now, and it's been a team that it's so good on offense and it's a powerhouse on defense. But if we just talk a little bit about Maul, he has been probably the most important and valuable character for Lord Vader since his release. However, though, with the reworks recently that we had, not recently, I think it's a year ago or so, with Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commando, combined with Maul's leadership and his abilities, this team is such a good team and it's a force to be reckoned with both on offense and on defense. And as you can see, I haven't really geared up my Imperial Super Commando or Gar Saxon because Maul has always been reserved for me with Lord Vader, so I haven't really gotten around to gear them up and take them to relics, but I definitely will do now, because this team can beat a lot of GLs on offense and it's also a powerhouse of defense to begin with, so I'm really looking forward to utilize this team to its full extent. And how, if I will use it on offense or defense, I'm not quite sure, but this is a really fun team. You can get a lot of stuff done even with only Gear 12 Imperial Super Commando and Gar Saxon. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using Maul to his fullest extent. Two other characters from Lord Vader's OG squad that I want to talk a little bit about is going to be Darth Vader and Piett. Although I don't see a lot of people, rather than myself, use Darth Vader to get in a Lord Vader squad, even though he's really good with ability blocks and the occasional big hit with Skull and Blade, letting him go from the Lord Vader squad to a squad that's, for example, Afra, that doesn't really have a full team. For me personally, it's a really good option because, as you can see, I haven't really geared up my Afra yet. I just got her with the recent Lightspeed bundles, and now I'm just hoarding my all of my gear and stuff for the new Darkside clones. But having another team go into this squad, basically getting 4 characters, that's Afra, now I don't really know the names of them, BT1 and I don't know if it's O or maybe, yeah, let's just go 000. So have another character go in there with Darth Vader is going to be good, because then it really only leaves one spot open, which is not 100% yet set. And that's also on one issue with Afra. Well, let's just get into that. As for Piett, it's a little bit trickier though, because you don't really see too many Imperial Troopers teams, at least in Kyber on defense, because a lot of teams is very anti Imperial Troopers at this point in time. But yeah, you might end up using Piett with Imperial Troopers. However, it doesn't really beat too much in offense anymore, at least in Kyber. In the lower divisions, Imperial Troopers might still be a force to be reckoned with. However, inside of Kyber, it's not a really strong team anymore. So Piett could go in there, but I guess we have to wait and see. Talk a little bit more about Darth Vader. Why I'm starting with Afra is also because he doesn't do too much on his own. His leadership is not the best, and he doesn't solo anything rather than, for example, low gear Geos, which is not something you will encounter in the higher ends of Kyber or even, I think, in Aurodium. But this is going to lead in, guys, what I do believe is going to happen to the majority of Lord Vader's current squad, and that is going to be the rework of Grand Admiral Tarkin. In the post, the CG posted that we were getting the 4 new clones for Lord Vader. They also posted that we will be getting a rework of Tarkin. which I find to be very exciting because I do like Tarkin, and he is one of the more characters that I really like in the Star Wars galaxy. And making him even better and utilize him in offense or defense for me is going to be a great option. They even mentioned that he is going to have some synergy with the clone troopers if you don't have Lord Vader. However, I don't see them really going to the squad. What I do see is Lord Vader's OG squad that doesn't really have a home outside of Lord Vader. Will go straight into Tarkin. But as I said, we don't know to what extent the Tarkin's we will like. I do believe that he's going to take over his leftover characters from the OG Lord Vader squad. And a team consisting of Tarkin lead, don't really know what's going to be new, but we have Thrawn, for example, with the Fractures, Piett with his Emperor's Trap, Darth Vader with his Damage over Time, Memorizer's Massacre, and Royal Guard with his Tankiness. And this also makes pretty much sense lore-wise, so I could really see CG doing this, and I think it would be pretty cool, to be honest. And we haven't received the Tarkin's rework yet, as I've been saying when I'm making this video, but I find it fitting that Lord Vader's old squad will be taken over by Tarkin, since without Lord Vader, a lot of these characters except Maul don't have a permanent home. You could argue that probably Thrawn could go in a few lineups here and there. He's a little bit more plug and play than the rest of these characters. I don't know. Royal Guard is not going to have a permanent home outside of the Lord Vader squad. The same goes for, I'd say, Piett if you don't want to use him with Imperial Troopers, or Darth Vader if you don't want to use him with Afra. So I think it's big possibility, guys, that the rework of Tarkin is going to take over the leftover characters from Lord Vader's original squad. With that said, guys, the speculation of what will happen to Lord Vader's original squad is finished, but please let me know what you guys' thoughts on where these characters are going to be ending up. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.